Am I the asshole for not wanting to change my first dance song because of my stepsister's association with it? Pretty much what the title says, so I'm going to keep it quick. We've chosen our first dance song. My stepsister is not happy at all because she and her ex-husband also had this at their wedding, and she said she has a lot of memories with this particular song. She asked if I could change it. I told her I get it, but this is what we want, and I don't want to change it. She said she understood, but she's been acting different around me, and I could tell she was mad and upset. Most people who know about this don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but I had my sister and one of my friends tell me I'm being selfish and not understanding here. Am I the asshole? And then there was a small edit to say, a few months after they got married, he was in a wreck. He thankfully survived, but has a very severe TBI, among other things. He lives in a specialized nursing home. They did get divorced, but my sister still goes on about how she loves him and visits him occasionally. He doesn't remember who she is most of the time, but my sister said that she apparently sang this song to him, and he looks like he remembers her, in her words. And the song is Come What May from the movie Moulin Rouge. My sister sees it as their song. She and her ex first met at the movies when they both went to watch it. Then apparently the restaurant they went to for their first date was also playing it, so they took it as a sign. And as I said, they also played it at their wedding. She also sings it to him sometimes now. I think it's a really nice song and I'd like to play it too. I don't want to have to change it.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Okay, my opinion changed after the edit.
Same. Oops. Wow. Okay, so at first I was going to say not the asshole. If like a song reminds you of an ex, just, suck it up for the 3 minutes or whatever that they're dancing.
Yeah.
Because I've been to weddings where they've played their first dance song and I'm like, I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm not like...
Yeah.
That's the most energy that I put towards that. I continue eating my food or whatever, it's just so whatever. True. Maybe I do have a bad memory associated with a song, or maybe I just don't like the song, but it's kind of whatever to me. I can't imagine getting that worked up over someone else's first dance.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of emotion tied to it. Wow. I feel like if I was the sister and I was watching someone at their wedding dance to that as their first dance, I'd probably cry a lot.
I would be so upset.
Yes.
I think circumstances would be different if the sister had a normal relationship where everything was fine and maybe they just weren't compatible, or she cheated on him and then they got divorced, or whatever. I think this situation is so different.
Yes.
She experienced an immense amount of trauma, something that no one deserves in life. And it seems that this song is more than just their first dance song.
Yes.
And it's also not a song. I mean, I've never seen Moulin Rouge, but I could see if the first dance song was what's a really common first dance song? I Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Yeah.
If it was that, it's okay, you don't own that song. Every other person dances to that song at their wedding. It's a beautiful classic. Okay, this seems like a very niche song.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard it, to be honest.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And I wonder how OP learned about it. Did she learn about it because...
From her sister?
Yeah, because they danced to it. Who knows? I guess we don't know that. But I think that no song would mean more to me than helping my sister, who just experienced this insane amount of trauma and grief, and her life will never be the same. And the one thing that she has that still connects her to her husband is this song. I don't think any song would mean more to me than that.
No. Yeah. Because at first I was okay, she'll probably feel some anger and resentment listening to that song.
Yeah.
If it was her ex and hers first dance.
Yeah.
That was my initial thought.
Right.
But now that it's explained, I'm oh my gosh, she's gonna be it's just a lot more than a song with an ex. Oh my gosh.
I think OP is either lying to themselves or just severely missing something.
Yes.
Because if you're not missing something, it's how do you not realize that this is more than just a song to them? And if you do realize that, which you probably do, considering all the details that you included in your edit, you have to be lying to yourself to not acknowledge that this is more than just a song to her.
I know.
Let's be frickin' for real. And be for real with yourself, too.
Yes.
Crazy.
I'm just saying, how do I want to say this? So, like, my sister's accident.
Yeah.
My sister was in a bad accident. We talked about it in the last episode that I was on, just like briefly, but it was bad and it was like months of recovery and she was in the hospital for a while. And like the tiniest thing will just send me right back to that time in my life when like she was in the hospital and stuff. Like the smallest little things, like it's just crazy how strong like the memories and emotions can become.
Yeah, the trauma.
Yes. And I just cannot imagine that, because that song it's like stronger than any little like trigger that I've ever experienced, I'm sure. Yeah. Like I just can't imagine like being at a wedding and sitting through that and watching my sister have her first dance with everything tied to that song in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the fact that your sister came to you and asked you this favor, and I know that just because someone asks us a favor like doesn't mean we have to do it. Mm-hmm. But if you genuinely care about someone, it's okay to do favors for the people that you love. Like it doesn't mean that you owe them something. It doesn't mean that they expect you to act a certain way or that they're expecting you to say yes. But it's okay to do favors for people that we love. Right. Like that doesn't mean that they're entitled or whatever. Right. Some people definitely are entitled. I feel like this is more than just a favor.
Yes.
But I don't know. That's like crazy. Yeah. I cannot imagine disregarding my sister's trauma to that extent for a song. Mm-mm. A song that to me is just like, oh, it's our first dance song.
Yeah.
And to her, it's literally the only thing that connects her with her husband who experienced a TBI and will never be the same.
Yeah, doesn't remember her.
Yeah.
Except when she maybe sings the song.
Yeah.
Oof. And like, last thing about this is like they said they heard it, they watched the movie together, they heard it at a restaurant. Like, does the sister, like OP, does she have this strong connection to the song as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, I feel like she would have included that.
Right.
And it's like, to her, it's probably just a song that she likes.
Yes.
It's like, are you okay? Come on. Like, let's actually think.
Yeah.
I feel like so many of these stories that we read are just like, you're allowed to do things for others. Like, that's okay. And we can all do things for the people that we love.
Right.
And like that's even true in the last story, like for B. B, who would have been insecure because her sister looks better for her. It's like, yeah, that's something you should do. You should let your sister wear the dress that she wants to wear, and you should shut your mouth because it's one day, and that's just what the nice thing is to do. Like, why are we so like entitled? Like, it's so annoying.
Yeah, we're telling you now. It's okay.
Yeah.
To be nice.
Yeah.
Think of others.
Exactly.